Hello everyone, this is Ragnatalk, the podcast about the manga and anime, Record of Ragnarok, and I am sorry. I know I'm a few days late with this episode, but it was Thanksgiving. I had macaroni and mashed potatoes so shoved down my big old fat belly, so I had to do all that. But now, here I am to tell you all about the latest chapter, chapter 96. 4 more chapters until chapter 100! Holy shit! Well, round 10 has officially come to an end, and the winner is anybody surprised? It's Okita. Of course it's Okita. Why the fuck would it not be Okita? We've known it would be Okita for a year. We've known it would be Okita before this fight even fucking began. It's Okita. The round's over. We're done. Okita, of course he won, but he's just laying there. Like, bro is defeated. He is done. The other Shinsengumi run out and are like, yo, hang in there, bro. You ain't gonna die yet. But who comes to Okita's aid? Even when Okita isn't breathing? It's fucking Susanoo's brother, Izanagi. He comes out and he does like a prayer and starts healing Okita. Even when Okita is near death and unconscious, we are glazing him because the gods are like, this guy's so cool, I'm gonna help him even though he killed my brother. But I guess you know the gods are honorable. Well, some of them are. These guys are, and so they're healing Okita up. And of course, the Valkyrie shows up. Mold is there, and everyone's like, yo, that's great, he's gonna live. It's like, there's no need to worry now, but hey, bring him back to life, because he's gonna be, he's pretty jacked up, you know? And then Kondo asks the question that pretty much everybody has on their mind: why did you help Okita when he pretty much killed your brother? And he gives, the standard Record of Ragnarok answer: because of him, my brother was able to reach the pinnacle of swordsmanship, and he died happy. Stuff like that. So, yeah, same old, same old. He bows. The god bows to Okita. We are glazing this motherfucker. If Simo gets a quarter of this glaze, I will be happy. Okita sort of weakly tells him that Onido-san, the demon that was inside of him, is gone. He can't hear him anymore. Pretty much saying that, hey, this was the final fight. He reached his peak, and he's not able to fight anymore. Like, he's done. He doesn't need to fight anymore. He did his job, and he had a battle of a true samurai. Ares is, of course, upset, explaining if Susanoo's last blow hit his target, how come Okita was able to live, and he fucking grabs Hermes by the shirt. He's like, you're a smart motherfucker, tell me. And Hermes is so casual. He's like, yeah. He explains that Okita was able to just retreat just slightly, just a little bit back, so that his heart was not damaged by the final, most powerful attack, and saying that this is like a natural for swordsmen with near-death experiences. So that's how he pretty much avoided death. So, long story short, Susanoo got low diffed by hopscotch. And Gold is happy. She's like, hell yeah, brother. Only 2 more wins and we save humanity. And then Brunhild is gone. She's gone. She's just like... Gold's like, what the fuck? Where'd you go? And then Gold sees a blank-faced Brunhild that's just sort of... just deadpan. And Gold reaches out, and it's a fucking hologram. And Nostradamus, that little bastard, is there, and he sprays Gold in the face with, I guess, some sort of drug that just knocks her the fuck out. And then we get one of the hypest pages in the manga. Kind of, not really. But it does excite me, because then we see Brunhild at her lair, sort of deciding who's gonna fight next. And we see the remaining humans. We see Nostradamus, we see Kentoki, we see the beautiful baby boy, we see Simo. We see that beautiful motherfucker right there. But we already know what Simo looks like. We get a tease, a very, very minuscule, shadowy tease of Grigory Rasputin. You can't really make much out of it, because it's just him lifting his hand up and his fingers are just bent slightly and his face is completely covered. But this is the first sort of glance we've seen of Rasputin. And then Brunhild gives the rundown of pretty much humanity's remaining fighters. Sakata Gintoki, Simo, Rasputin, and Nostradamus. And then, of course, the remaining gods are Anubis, Loki, and Odin. We have been told that the spin-off, Apocalypse of the Gods, which I do eventually plan to cover, is the winner of that is going to be the last fighter of the gods. So we know 3 out of the 4 remaining fighters of the gods, and we know 4 out of the 4 remaining fighters for the humans, and we've seen all of their designs except for Mr. Grigori Rasputin. Brunhild says she just needs one more win, and she will corner Odin, and he cannot afford to be a spectator anymore, forcing Odin to fight, forcing Odin to go in to the match, and then once that is available, she'll be able to see her boo, her sweetheart, her hubby, I don't know if they're married, but her lover, motherfucking Siegfried. And in the process, she brings her fist down and she destroys the computer screen. Brunhild, I do not know the cost of technology in the gods realm. Shit cannot be cheap. You gotta be careful. Then we see Nostradamus entering Helheim, which is just kind of something he does, and he's wheeling in Goal with just like, it looks like a little wagon, like a chest or a wagon that I played with when I was a kid. He's whistling, bring it in, and we're seeing just this room of empty space full of floating cubes. The first thing I thought of when I saw it was the horror movie Cube, if you've seen that movie. I mean, these are smaller and more spaced out, but that's just the first thing that popped into my head. Then Nostradamus presses the button, and the cube brings him down to the cell, and he sees the 2 guards that we met earlier, some of Solomon's demons from before, and they let him in just fine. They're like, hey, how you doing? Working hard, hardly working. You know, water cooler talk kind of stuff. And they just let him in, and then he pretty much hits Siegfried's cell bars with a rock to get his attention, which, I mean, hey, it would have worked for me. And he apologizes for being late, but the security was strict, and it's a hassle for him. He gets inside and sees Siegfried, and and there's this funny panel of Nostradamus of just opening the wagon, and he's like, here she is, ta-da, and she's just fucking unconscious in the wagon. So Goal is wrapped she is wrapped up in like a starry belt surrounded by adorable teddy bears in the crate, and she's gagged, and she's not very happy about what happened. And Nostradamus is like, yeah, no, my fault, that one's on me. And Gold fucking tears into him. She's like, you shitty fucking kidnapper, I will never forgive you for that, quote unquote, and kicks Nostradamus in the face. And Nostradamus does not like that. He needs a tissue to clean his bloody nose. Bro, if you can't take a single kick in the face, I don't know how you're gonna survive fucking Ragnarok, but that's for later. And then Nostradamus wants to introduce her to Siegfried, of all people, and there he is. He's hung up. It looks like he's crucified, but he's not on a cross technically, because there's 3 different things. But he's in the position of a crucifixion. Thankfully for him, no nails, just straps. And Siegfried then introduces himself to Goal, which is really interesting to me because this means they've never met before. And Goal absolutely loses her goddamn mind. There is then sort of a little story thing involving Susanoo and Izanami and all of them, and Amaterasu and Takamagahara, and yeah, it's a cute little sort of add-on at the end of the chapter, but ultimately that is pretty much the chapter 4, A Record of Ragnarok, chapter 96. I liked it. I mean, it moved the story along, it advanced things further, and we got a bit more Siegfried time, which was great. Got some good Goal faces and some funny artwork, and yeah, a lot of people were expecting the next fight to be revealed, but it's like, bro, that's never happened. It's like, I don't know if that's ever happened. We're gonna know what the next fight is probably in like January at the earliest, probably February. That's what I would put my money on. But yeah, no, it was a fun chapter, moved the story along. Can't wait to see what they cook up for Christmas.